Dear DIYer, Shaquita here from Crown Me Quita, and today I bring you a tutorial on how to make a tutu tube top. So here are your supplies. Do not forget that you will absolutely need a sewing machine. We are about to cut our tulle strips to prep them for sewing. So we're going to start by, this is 20 yards of tulle, way more than what we needed. And I think it's 54 inches long.
Excuse me.
So I'm going to roll the pallet out, the bolts. It's actually not called a pallet. And I'm going to use something, a piece of cardboard, a lid, whatever you have, so that my strips can be uniform in size. I'm going to place this here and roll. I'm going to take my scissors and cut. Now if I remove this, I have the strips that I will use to create my, I don't know if you can see that because it's new, but these are the strips that I will use to create my ruffle tulle strips. So at this point, we are taking our tulle strip that we sewed a single line of thread down, and we're going to scrunch it in order to create a ruffle, like so. So Nabria is scrunching from one end, and I'm scrunching from the other. So now we are taking our tulle ruffled strips that we created and placing them on the tube top the way that we desire, and pinning them. So I am just going from seam to seam. Yep, like this is a seam. It's difficult though because I want to make sure not to pin both sides of the tube top. So if you're doing it this way, be careful not to pin both sides of the tube top. So I'm trying to align the line of thread that we sewed into the tulle strip to create the ruffle with the line of thread in the bottom seam of the tube top. And that's my starting point.
And we ordered the tube top off Amazon.
We ordered the tube top off of Amazon, and we got the tulle from Hobby Lobby. It's actually cheaper to get it from Amazon, but we needed it in a time crunch. Like you can get double the price, double the amount of tulle for half the price on Amazon. So we pinned down the first ruffle, and now we are bringing it over to the sewing machine to actually attach it to the tube top. And we're gonna have to do this one ruffle at a time, just because it would be easier that way. So here we go. Let's sew. I need to start with a back stitch. Oh, wait, so like that. And then remember to stop and take your pins out as you go. And also be careful not to sew the front and the back of the tube top together. So I have this special little, I can detach the bigger piece of my sewing machine and put the hole through there. I hope that makes sense, because I don't know how else to explain it. So as I remove a pin, I kind of use my finger to hold the tool in place where the pin was. Also, keep in mind that when you are sewing a fabric that stretches, you need to stretch it as you are sewing it in order for it to maintain its stretch after the thread has been applied. So if you don't stretch it, it will lose its stretch in the end. Now that I made it to the end, I want to put another back stitch. That's going to keep the thread from unraveling. Pull it out ever so gently. Snip your thread. And we have our first little ruffle. So we're going to move on with the next layer. So you want to repeat this process of pinning a ruffle and then sewing it one layer at a time until you have filled the entire tube top with ruffles. And the reason you want to do it one layer at a time is because it would be too bunchy to fit between your sewing machine presser foot if you pinned all of the layers and then tried to sew them all. It would just get really messy. Trust me.
This is how it looks so far. So cute.
So we are halfway done.
We did the back.
That's 8. That's 8 strips on the front, 8 strips on the back. Keep in mind when making your own tube top, the more ruffles that you use, the fluffier it will be. This tube top was created for Nabria's 16th birthday photo shoot, which you can find linked above. And thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Happy YouTubing, and bye girl, bye.